Hey, Sint Maarten, I'm Yesenia Lázaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
Welcome back to another edition of Sint Maarten NEWSDESK.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
Let's just get to the headlines.
Prosecutors are pushing for a 4-year sentence in sexual assault of minors. Standing before the judge last Thursday, 29-year-old REAK denied every allegation made against him, claiming that his former stepdaughter had lied about the details of the allegations and stating he believed he was misled or scammed by the other alleged victim, a 14-year-old who he believed to be 31 years of age. The prosecutor asked for acquittal on 2 of the 3 charges related to Kay's former stepdaughter, saying there was no supporting evidence to prove the allegations. Kay can still be found guilty of sexual assault stemming from an incident in February 2023 where his stepdaughter was 12 years old. In the case of the 14-year-old, the prosecutor tried to disprove Kay's claim that he believed she was 31 years old by showing a video, after which the judge turned to the court recorder and instructed her to write in the official trial transcript that his impression was that the girl was clearly a minor. Messages from recovered WhatsApp chats between the two, including one that seemed to indicate a meeting, were read. Kay told the court that he thought he was being deceived with fake videos. However, the prosecutor argued that the messages showed Kay putting increasing pressure on the girl for sex, which later culminated in rape. Considering 3 of the 5 charges proven, the prosecutor demanded a prison sentence of 4 years, of which 1 would be conditional on 3 years probation. He also asked for Kay to be banned from contacting his victims. Kay's lawyer, Safira Ibrahim, pleaded for a full acquittal on insufficient evidence. Ibrahim also questioned the reliability of the stepdaughter as a witness, reading from police interviews where her mother and sister testified that she often tells lies for attention or to get out of trouble. Ibrahim questioned whether the other alleged 14-year-old victim had been guided by police to say she had been raped. She argued that the girl initially did not mention saying no or resisting Kay's advances in any way. She only said she had when detectives asked follow-up questions, Ibrahim said. The judge will render a verdict on November 20th.
KPSM conducts preventative controls in Simpson Bay to boost public safety. The police force of St. Maarten KPSM, with approval from the prosecutor's office, carried out a series of preventative controls in Simpson Bay over the weekend to enhance public safety, especially regarding illegal firearms, drugs, and unregistered vehicles. The operation focused on key areas including the Kimshaw Beach parking lot and surrounding public roads. Officers also cracked down on illegal scooters and motorcycles. A total of 7 scooters were impounded for lacking proper documentation or failing to meet safety standards. Officers also stopped and searched around 50 individuals and inspected 10 vehicles. The coordinated operation conducted by KPSM units and the Volunteer Corps of St. Maarten VKS began late on October 31st and continued into the early hours of November 1st. With high season approaching, KPSM says similar operations will continue island-wide as part of the ongoing efforts to ensure safety for both residents and visitors.
VSA receives final draft of St. Maarten's 10-year mental health strategy. The Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, VSA, has received the final draft of St. Maarten's 2025-2035 Mental Health Vision and Strategic Plan titled Stronger Minds, Stronger Communities. The document lays out a decade-long roadmap towards a more inclusive, resilient, and person-centered mental health system for the island. Developed under the Mental Health Project MHP and funded by the Trust Fund, the draft was created in collaboration with the National Recovery Program Bureau (NRPB), the Trimbos Institute of the Netherlands, and local mental health stakeholders. Minister of VSA, the Honorable Rachel Brug, praised the collaborative effort, stating that the plan marks an important milestone and sets a clear direction for future mental health improvements in St. Maarten. The ministry will now review the draft to ensure it aligns with national priorities and community needs. More than 2 years of consultations shaped the plan, with input from mental health providers, medical professionals, NGOs, educators, community representatives, and persons with lived experience. The plan is organized around 4 strategic pillars. 1. Network of support, linking community, primary, and specialist mental health services. 2. Start well, stay well, prioritizing prevention and early intervention at every life stage. 3. Mental health in all policies, ensuring strong governance, sustainable financing, and rights-based legislation. And 4. Learning and evaluation, using data, digital tools, and feedback for continuous improvement. Once reviewed, the ministry will finalize and adopt Stronger Minds, Stronger Communities as St. Maarten's official mental health policy for the next decade. Coming up, St. Maarten's government spent nearly $17 million a year renting offices, even while owning a government building. Why does the country still rent so much space? That's covered in our featured story today, but first, the Sunshine Report.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey there, it's Busy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, Sint Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. And that's your Sunshine Report, brought to you by the Met Department of Sint Maarten. So as you enjoy your week, stay safe, stay friendly.
Mr. Brug welcomes OZR Fund audit. Minister of VSA, the Honorable Brug, has welcomed the decision by Minister of Finance, the Honorable Marinka J. Gums, to commission a financial audit of the OZR Fund by the Government Audit Bureau, SOAB. The fund, managed by SZV on behalf of the government, provides healthcare coverage for civil servants, teachers, and government-affiliated employees. Brug called the audit a positive and necessary step to improve transparency and boost public confidence in the management of the fund, noting that this review should have happened sooner, especially given SZV's financial challenges. This audit will help clarify the fund's financial position and support efforts to repay debts owed to SZV, he said. The Ministry of VSA pledged continued cooperation with the Ministry of Finance and SZV to ensure the audit is completed and contributes to stronger financial governance going forward.
St. Dominic Primary School students visit KPSM headquarters. On October 31st, 2025, students and teachers from St. Dominic Primary School visited the Phillipsburg Police Station for an educational tour hosted by the police force of St. Maarten, KPSM. Guided by School Resource Officer Brigadier A. Bladen, the students learned about the daily duties of police officers and explored various areas of the station. The visit is part of KPSM's ongoing effort to build stronger community ties and encourage positive youth engagement. KPSM thanked the school staff, Brigadier Bladen, and all who helped make the visit informative and enjoyable.
Integrity Chamber to host 2025 Integrity Symposium on whistleblowing. The Integrity Chamber of St. Maarten will hold its biannual Integrity Symposium on Tuesday, November 18th, 2025 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Bel Air Community Center. This year's theme, Whistleblowing, Encouraging Accountability, highlights the crucial role whistleblowers play in promoting transparency and accountability across organizations. Keynote speakers include Mr. Wilbert Thomason, former chair of the Dutch Whistleblowers Authority, who will share expertise on protecting and empowering individuals who expose misconduct. Ms. Anika Kentish, freelance journalist and Caribbean media advocate, who will discuss the intersection of journalism, ethics, and accountability. The symposium will feature a panel discussion with local experts and offer the audience opportunities to engage with speakers through questions and feedback. The event aims to strengthen understanding of whistleblowing as a positive force for transparency, integrity, and good governance in St. Maarten. Still ahead, Prime Minister, the Honorable Luke Mercelina, says the time has come for government to own, not rent. But how much has already been spent and where is that money really going? Our feature story is next.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
It's one of government's biggest hidden costs, rent. Every month, St. Maarten's ministries and offices cut checks totaling over $1 million guilders for rented space. That adds up to nearly 17.5 million guilders a year, a hefty commitment for a small island nation that already owns a major government complex. Today's feature looks at a question now echoing through the halls of Parliament and the Council of Ministers alike. Why is government still renting so much when it already owns a building? Here's Alston with more.
According to the 2025 national budget, the government of St. Maarten spends $17,486,355 and change guilders each year on property rentals. The biggest expense, the government administration building on Pawn Island, costs over $500,000 guilders every month. That's followed by the Vineyard building, home to both the tax office and the social health center, together totaling more than 159,000 guilders monthly. Add in other offices from Customs on EC Camille Richardson Street to the Ministry of Tourism's Front Street location, and the list stretches across Phillipsburg, Simpson Bay, and beyond. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Luke Mercelina recently called the situation unsustainable. At a Council of Ministers briefing, he said government must pivot from leasing to owning, turning rent payments into mortgages that build public assets instead of draining them. Money now used for rent, the Prime Minister said, should be redirected toward ownership, creating equity for St. Maarten. It's a call that echoes concerns raised for more than a decade. Back in 2012, then Prime Minister Sarah Westcott Williams faced legal disputes with RGM Limited, the developer of the same government building on Pawn Island. For years, the complex stood empty, unfinished, tied up in contract issues, and later leased to government through the Social and Health Insurances Fund, SNV, which invested in completing the project for a 6% return. By 2016, the building was finally occupied, designed for some 600 employees and equipped with advanced ICT systems and security infrastructure. But despite that investment, many ministries still rent other offices across the island. The Department of Domain Affairs, which manages government-owned land and buildings, says its mission is to ensure optimal use of real property, including buying and selling buildings in a business economically justifiable manner. Yet critics say the reality lags behind that mission. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Marinka Gums reported that the government received 60.8 million guilders under the CAPEX Capital Investment Program, funds meant for modernization and infrastructure upgrades. Of that, about 59% was spent in 2024 and 13% this year, but not specifically on property ownership. The Prime Minister has hinted that may change, signaling a strategic review of all office leases. Departments, he said, will now be asked to consider acquisition before signing a new rental contract. If that plan takes root, St. Maarten could begin turning its rent burden into investment, converting expense into equity, and finally ensuring that government buildings truly belong to the people they serve. Back to you, Jess.
Thanks, Alston. So where does St. Maarten go from here? The numbers are clear. 17 million a year in rent is a heavy tab for any government. But the shift from renting to owning will require more than talk. It'll take careful planning, smart financing, and the political will to follow through. For now, one question remains. Will the next government balance sheet show assets gained or just more rent paid? I'm Jasenia, and this has been today's featured story. Hang around for our interview with Vice Foundation.
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link? Sharing oil everywhere.
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Brug Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Brug Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Brug Caribbean TV app.
Watch our Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Up next, we highlight an organization making a real impact locally and globally. Aston sits down with the board and organizers of the VICE Foundation, a Vitalago foundation on St. Maarten.
Good day, you're here on NEWSDESK for our featured interview. I have here the board organizers, the people who make things happen for VICE. How are you ladies doing today?
Afternoon. Happy to be here. You're doing great.
Great. We've gotten just days of waiting.
Yes.
Right?
Great. Yes. Well, thank you again for having us in studio with you this time.
Yeah.
In this format.
I said, there's another group of people that we want to know what's going on Sunday and what VICE Foundation is all about. Yeah. We always just make everybody know.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice to be expert. Let everybody know what VICE Foundation is about and when you guys started, and then I'll get to what's happening on Sunday.
VICE, I'm the president of VICE. My name is Jacqueline Flora. VICE was created in 2021 as a support group for persons. As you know, they have persons on St. Maarten with the skin condition called vitiligo. So there is where my daughter Jerlyn, after attending a conference in Boston, she came back with so much information. And there's where we spoke, and she decided to have a group on St. Maarten as well to support the persons and their families living with this skin condition. So we've been around now, this is our 4th year.
Wow. Well, this year, I heard 2025 is the year of support. What does that mean?
So the year of support, well, actually VICE, it's called VICE, but the whole word is Vitiligo, Educate, Inspire, Support. So year 4 is the year of support. Support. And support, what does that mean? Support for everyone has a different meaning, but of course for us, the board, we wanted to bring it in full circle where we're supporting not only our members, but their families and the community, you know, and as they go along this journey of rediscovering themselves for some of those that are just newly diagnosed, and for those that are living with it and, you know, trying to cope with it, that support is really needed.
That's been the focus for this year.
Yes.
Now, I see a lot of purple. Is purple the color? Is that the color? Is that just...
Purple is the color.
That's nice.
Purple is the color that represents vitiligo, just like lupus. Lupus is our cousin.
Okay.
It's another autoimmune condition.
That's true.
But like lupus is in May and we are in June. Always it's this purple, the royal purple. And it's a plus that it's a royal color for us. But of course we love rocking the purple. So like you said the other day, where you see the purple, you know VICE is in.
You know VICE, yeah. I know this Sunday, November 9th, correct? 6 a.m. something is happening. I heard it's a walk in Zumba. How about that you all tell it?
Yes, my name is Stephanie Ward, and I'm the sitting vice president and treasurer for VICE. And the reason why we wanted to come out today was, of course, to make everyone aware of this Sunday is the 5th annual, we do it every year, but this is the 5th annual walkathon and Zumba. And we will be having it this year at the Ruby Butte Estate in Friars Bay. It will start at 6 a.m. and we want everyone to come out. We will have light refreshments. And of course, for Zumba, we will have none other than Larry Hall. And for all the Zumba people out there, they know Larry Hall. Yes. And the event is for men, women, boys, and girls. It's for everyone. You don't have to be, it's not a race. We're going to take our time. We're going to enjoy the sunrise at 6 a.m. in the morning, make our way around and come back for the Zumba, which will start around 7. And then we will have light breakfast, light snacks, and everyone is asked to come out. And the entry fee, of course, is your t-shirt, your support t-shirt. We've been selling these t-shirts for a while now, and we will be selling them the day of.
So people can just come to Sint Maarten Gallery, Friars Bay. Right. We have the joke already. So just come, it's $30?
It's $30.
$30, get your t-shirt, that's your ticket, and then you get to go on to the walkathon and the Zumba.
And Madam President will tell you a little bit about the course and how the walk is going to take place.
Of course. So next part, I say back to do this.
So it's a sunrise walk. Okay. So it starts at 6, but we'll be there from 5, preparing everything. So persons can arrive, get the shirt, or come with the shirt. Good. We had the shirt sent in prior, like Stephanie was saying.
All year, basically.
So from the month of June, you can see we had the shirts out. So those persons who have already purchased their shirts, they can come and participate in the walk. So it will start at the estate, and then we will go around the shoreline of Friars Bay, the beach of Friars Bay, the opposite side of the beach, come all the way around. So it should take maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And when we get back,
we walk about the sun.
We're rising here with the sun, but still it's cool in the morning. So we should start the Zumba around 7. Right here in the estate, on the grounds.
Our contact information is 0690-387799 or email VICE, which is VEISSXM@gmail.com. That is our direct contact information, but you can look us up on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok as well. It's VICE. That's XXM again. So VEISS, VICE. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And save the date.
Save the date, December.
December. We're looking forward to our save the date, which is in December, on the 13th of December at 6 p.m. In the same place. Our headquarters is at Ruby Butte Estate in Friars Bay. And what that is, Austin, that's for, like you mentioned, some people may or may not know about VICE and may want to know more about VICE. So everybody's welcome to come, to mix mingle, to meet us, to find out about our foundation, find out everything. And also if they want to join the foundation, then this would be a chance. Mix and mingle. They can join, they can find out, ask questions, and also those numbers that were given. If you have any questions, you can contact us by email or by phone. And some people may want to give a donation and may not have time to come out. We also accept donations because we have lots of programs. We'll have to come back another time and tell you about our big school program, but basically we accept sponsorships and donations, so they can call us at those numbers to find out more about that.
Great, ladies. Sunday, 6 a.m.
Save the date.
Save the date. Sunday, November the 9th, 6 a.m. Friars Bay. Okay? You can leave them nice and loose from the nice little walk and then from Lake Yard.
Great.
And the Zumba. Okay? And Vice would like to, first of all, congratulate you all for taking this to the level it is at in Sint Maarten and your continued work that you do for the community and everybody else. Thank you for being on NEWSDESK. We're going to see you again soon.
Thank you for having us.
So that's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten NEWSDESK.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 o'clock on TV 15 and then across our social media platforms. I'm Austin Lawrence.
And I'm Jessica Lasseter, wishing you an amazing weekday. See you tomorrow.
Stay friendly, Sint Maarten.